Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream here today, and we have a really good one. I am absolutely pumped to be doing this one tonight. This is a stream that, since I started, because generally what I'll do when I schedule, the streams that I'm going to do, I will look about like a week in advance. Like I already have all the streams planned for this week and actually the following week as well. We have a bunch of streams here before the end of the year, but regardless, I was looking at the future days of streams and I saw this game and I was like, yeah, this is going to be a really good one. The Colorado Avalanche and the Minnesota Wild. So, of course, for those who do not know, of course, Minnesota made a big trade this past weekend where they acquired Quinn Hughes from the Vancouver Canucks. And Colorado has Cale Makar. So it shapes up to be a Quinn Hughes versus Cale Makar matchup tonight. Both of these teams being in the same division. I am so excited to get started here. I believe it is actually 25th anniversary night, so there's going to be some pregame ceremonies. So we may not get started here until like 6:15, 6:20. But regardless, it's going to be a great game. What's up, Kyle? Welcome to the stream. Hugh, Bon. Oh, man. All the boys are here tonight for an exciting one. And, of course, there is something that we're monitoring here as well during this stream. We are now 13 subscribers away from 4,000. We are right there on the cusp of a big channel milestone. So what's kind of wild, what's up, JJ? Welcome to the stream, brother. What's kind of wild, and I want to put this into perspective. So when we started the season, and keep in mind the season started on October 7th. So that's about 75 days. 75 days exactly today. We started the season off with 3,573. Over the last 3 months, we have gained like 500 subscribers. And that is absolutely insane. Even if we don't reach the milestone tonight, which I have no idea if we will or we won't. If we don't reach it tonight, we probably will tomorrow. But the fact that we gained 500 subscribers since the start of the season is absolutely insane. A little bit less than that. But like regardless, it's more or less like 400. But it's absolutely insane that we have gained that many subscribers up to this point. I can't thank you guys enough. It's been such a phenomenal season here, and I've had so much fun covering commentary streams. So whether or not we hit that tonight, I am beyond thankful to be where I am right now, and I'm so thankful for all you guys supporting me throughout this entire year. This has been the best stretch of YouTube I've ever had. I'm just going to be honest with you in saying that. I'm going to try and not get emotional here if we do hit it because, this is kind of like my life a lot of the time here in college. But yeah, I just wanted to say that at the beginning. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys have given me in the last couple of weeks. It's been absolutely incredible. With all the streams and stuff, it's just been so much fun. Anyway, you're here for a game. You're not here for me to cry. Looking at the game preview, so they're going over some of the past Minnesota Wild players and kind of paying homage to the prior, Minnesota Wild teams. But looking at these two teams here, the Avalanche 25-2-7, the Wild 22-9-5. Both teams have been playing pretty good hockey here recently, and of course, the biggest highlight here that you're looking at is Cale Makar versus Quinn Hughes. That's the biggest thing here when you look at these two matchups. Now, starting goaltenders here for tonight, projected goaltenders. Mackenzie Blackwood is in net for the Avalanche, and Jesper Wallstedt is in net for the Wild. He's making his Watch with Nordic debut tonight. So I'm excited to see him in a commentary stream here. Hopefully he will be the brick wall, as it says tonight. Going to be a fun night. Merry Christmas to all you fellas. Hope everyone has a safe holiday. Feel like you will have double subs next year. I hope so, man. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate you coming in and giving me all the support. It means the world to me. Pick Nathan McKinnon and the Avs to win. Yeah, guys, what are your predictions? Who do you think's going to win this one? Who do you think's getting the grand old dub in this one? I think I picked Minnesota. I would love to see Minnesota come in here and take a win with Jesper Wallstedt and Quinn Hughes. I haven't seen Quinn Hughes. This is the first time we've streamed Quinn with the Wild. He's wearing number... Guess it won't even tell me. And now they're doing the ceremonial puck drop. I'm not sure if they did yeah, now they're doing the yeah, look at Landy, he's not even smiling. Huh. Let's go Wild. Love to hear that. Welcome to the stream, Crandon. Landeskog ain't even smiling. Oh my lord. All right. So they did the ceremonial puck drop. I'm not sure if they got to do the anthem. But like regardless, this is going to be a damn good game. I am so excited. These are two really good teams who are very, very exciting and have been good to watch this season. So I'm really looking forward to this one. This might be the best stream of the year, honestly, that we've done so far. But looking ahead further on this week, I do want to just preface, like, we do have other games going on this week, even though a lot of what I've been looking at here is this one, of course. We are doing Blues and Lightning, followed by Jackets and Kings tomorrow. So we do have 2 streams tomorrow. That'll be it for Christmas. Then we'll be back for December 26th for the World Juniors. Okay, regardless of that, it is time to get started here. 2 of the hottest teams in the National Hockey League. It's Cale Makar versus Quinn Hughes here in Grand Casino Arena tonight. It's a Central Division matchup. Here we go. McKinnon versus Eriksson Ek. Avalanche versus Wild. Wild wearing their throwback jerseys here, which are so nice, by the way. Those are beautiful jerseys. Okay. Avalanche, Wild, the 2 hottest teams in the NHL. And we are underway. Face-off won by the Wild. Quinn Hughes now with the puck. Clears it back over to the right side. Johansson now will send that one back into his own team zone for the Wild to regroup. Faber, down low, on the right side, trying to cycle the puck around. Takes it down low, off the boards then to Hughes. Hughes, played back to Johansson. Johansson throws it up to center. Boldy, cross-ice passes. Fanned on now. Quinn Hughes moves it down the right side. Hughes skates it around Makar. Takes it around behind the net. Drops around Hughes. Puck slides through Makar's legs. Eriksson Ek now trying to get it to the point. And it's poke checked away by an Avalanche. Wild get it back. Boldy a pass in front. And he could not convert. Now Natchez will get to center. Backhands it down low into the zone. Behind the net now with the puck is Jonas Brodin, who will look for options here. Again, Brodin, one of the highly anticipated Minnesota Wild defensemen. Probably the 3rd best one at this point. Racing into the Avalanche zone with speed is Kaprizov, battling alongside Lehkonen. Avalanche get it back, trying to clear it out to center. They do so successfully. Now Brent Burns moves it into the zone. He'll drop that one back. Manson a shot into the glove of Wallstedt. Again, Jesper Wallstedt obviously making his Watch with Nordic debut tonight. This guy's been phenomenal so far this season. Wallstedt with a record of 10-1-2, a 1.96, and a 936. Blackwood, 10-1-1, a 2.26, and a .920. And Blackwood was injured. He's come back and has been incredible. Face-off won by the Avs. A shot from the point is blocked. Picked up then by Malinsky. Another chance is blocked off the boards and back down low. Colton shoots it and blocked in front by a Wild stick. Minnesota trying to get it to center. They are tied up there by the Avalanche. Bank back out here in front. Here's Tarasenko. Poke checked away by Malinsky, who has become a very good under-the-radar defenseman. Not a lot of people on the outer ends of the league talk about how good Sam Malinsky really is. Into the zone now, down low. Wild get it back. Faber, pass to center. Urov will bank that one into the Avalanche zone. Now Kelly battling for it down low here alongside the likes of Zuccarello, and broken off there, taken back then by the Avalanche. Here's Jack Drury. I think the Wild will win. I got the Wild taking this one. Drury into the zone. Back over then for Kelly, who dumps it down low. Intercepted the other way. Here come the Wild. Here's a 1-on-0 the other way. A shot! And it's saved by Blackwood there on a huge chance from Vinny Hinostroza. Wasn't exactly sure. Yeah, I just like to see Minnesota get a win here. I think that'd be cool. They're at home, too. It's their 25th anniversary night. It just makes sense, honestly. Good chance there for Hinostroza on Blackwood. Got that. Tried to snip that one through Blackwood's shoulder, but kept that one away. I mean, the Avalanche are the best team in the NHL. Shots are 1-1 here through the first 2 minutes of the period. Face-off, won by the Avalanche. Makar down low. Cleared back out to center, or at least they tried to. Now Landeskog on the right side. Back to Makar. Makar clears it down low into the zone. Here's Brock Faber now. Up to Eriksson Ek. While battling forward here on the right side. Poked out in front. Another chance. Goes up and high above Landeskog. Now down low. Landy battling for it now with Nathan McKinnon. Natchez gets it back. He'll bank it up to the point. Makar, a shot denied by Wallstead there on the right side. Landeskog battling with Faber. Faber will bank that one off the boards. And ends up keeping it in his own zone anyways. And the Wild will regroup. Boldy drops it back to Faber. Faber to Hughes. We all know Quinn Hughes. Back to Faber on the right side. Banked off the boards then for Boldy. Puck will slide back into the Colorado zone for an icing. So again, when you look at these two teams, the Avalanche led a lot by their top players. You look at the most goals from top duos this season. Boldy and Kaprizov actually lead that, with McKinnon and Natchez in second place. And that's an unbelievable stat line there. These two duos of Boldy and Kaprizov and McKinnon and Natchez have been unbelievable this season. And they've produced the most goals out of each duo this year, which says a lot, comparatively speaking, when you have other duos like McDavid, Matthews, and Nylander. There's a lot of other good duos in the NHL, and those are the ones that are producing. Puck slides back into the Avalanche zone and icing against Minnesota once again. Those Wild boys have been out there for a few minutes now, Faber and Hughes. And again, Wild celebrating their 25th anniversary, so they're wearing their 25th anniversary jerseys, which are awesome, by the way. They're very nice jerseys. Face off again now in the Minnesota zone. Nelson versus Hartman. Hartman with a very notorious play style. Definitely gotten himself into some tussles before. Tried this face-off like 3 times. They can't get it to go through. Face-off, won by the Avalanche. At the point, a shot. And it goes wide of Wallstead, then down low. Faber battling for it, banked around to the right side. Kaprizov picks the puck up. Kaprizov now clears it out to center. Avalanche get it back. Girard down low in the Colorado zone. Stolen back then by Malinsky. Malinsky banks it off the boards. Avalanche to center, and that pass did not convert. Back up to the point. Girard a shot. And it's up and out of play. Wild been winning back-to-back, so I'm trying to bet who will win. I feel like it's Minnesota's 25th anniversary night. I would go with Minnesota. But I mean, Colorado, neither of them are a bad choice. I'm trying to grab a water here. Sorry. Neither of them are a bad choice because they're both two of the top teams in the NHL. Face-off won here by the Avs. Makar, a shot into the glove of Wallstead. And again, you look at both these teams in the standings, and this is furthermore proving why there needs to be a 1v8 instead of a divisional type of thing. This is what the NHL league standings are right now. Number 1, the Colorado Avalanche. Number 2, the Dallas Stars. And number 3, the Minnesota Wild. Keep in mind, all 3 of those teams are in the same division. It's absolutely insane how this division really shapes itself up to be right now. Wild have the puck here in their own zone. Faber drops it back to Hughes. Quinn Hughes now to Boldy on the right side. Puck will slide back into the Minnesota zone for an icing against the Avs. Minnesota Wild have won 7 straight games here. Avalanche have not lost in regulation. So again, that should just tell you kind of how everything is like looking. Like the Wild are undefeated since Quinn Hughes has come to town, and the Avalanche have won 4 games in a row. Like this is by far, bar none, the hardest division in the NHL. In the Avalanche zone, a shot denied there by Blackwood. Played back then to Taves. Taves to Natchez. Avalanche have it here. They'll dump it into the Minnesota zone. Battling for it down low with Spurgeon with McKinnon. Banked off the boards then for Hartman, who will clear out to center. Kirill Kaprizov looking for options. Moves it to center. Pass back over then into the zone. Brodin will dump that one around behind the net. Now Kaprizov battling for it down low. Hit by Manson. And the Avalanche will try to get it out, but Kaprizov keeps on fighting. And we got a penalty. And I think it's going to be against Manson. And the Minnesota Wild will get the first power play of the game here tonight. And it's going to be Josh Manson heading to the box for interference. And the Wild with a massive chance. Yeah, the Wild are the last team to beat the Avs. Good tidbit there. It's like it just shows you how stacked this division really is. Like it's so stacked. It's unfair. All right, 15:04 left to go here in the first period. Power play for the Wild. Face-off, won by Minnesota at the point. A shot goes wide, and Colorado immediately gets it and clears the other way. Here's Nelson now, backhands it down low. Nichushkin, a shot! Goes up and wide. And a short-handed chance there for Colorado is swiftly taken away. Now Boldy drops it back then for Hughes. Hughes drops it back. Boldy breaks it into the zone. Avalanche trying to cure that one away. It's kept in by Minnesota. Scramble for it here. It slides just wide of Blackwood. Eriksson now to Boldy. Boldy to Hughes. Zuccarello waits. Back to Hughes. Hughes stick handling. Zuccarello over to Boldy. Boldy down low. Kaprizov now trying to move it back. Boldy here on the right side now again. Boldy in front. Shot saved by Blackwood. Rebound is there. Avalanche get it. They'll clear. Now back here in the Minnesota zone, halfway through the Wild power play. Kaprizov to Zuccarello. Pass is intercepted there by the Avs. They'll be forced to come back and regroup. Zuccarello back to Hughes, who will dump it into the zone. It slides around behind Blackwood, and Burns gets it right away. And he will clear that one down into the Wild zone. The camera was not panning to the puck, so I was like, where the hell did the puck go? Here's Faber, intercepted by Lehkonen. Lehkonen, a short-handed break, a shot, save, rebound in front, denied. Another chance, and it's also denied. What a play by Jesper Wallstedt, short-handed. Second unit out here now for Minnesota. Spurgeon into the zone to Hartman. Hartman throws it behind the net then to Tarasenko. Tarasenko on the bench side. Throws it back then down low. Tarasenko in front. Shoots it wide. And puck goes up and all the way down the other way. And that will do it for the Minnesota power play. Great kill by Colorado. The Wild got their chances, but it did not move the needle nonetheless. Faber back down low then for Middleton. Middleton trying to bank it off the boards here now. Stolen back then by the Avalanche. McKinnon trying to race that one into the zone. And it's cleared back down low. Lehkonen to Landeskog. Landeskog now through center. Back over then to Taves. Drop back to the point. Malinsky moves in. Deke shoots it. And it goes up and wide. Puck is still in play though. McKinnon battling for it now down low. With Brody to Manson. Puck slides away. Back then for Urhoff on the right side. Urhoff banks it off the boards here and back into the Avalanche zone. Here's Devon Taves now. Banks the puck off the boards. Malinsky will clear that one into the Minnesota zone, and Wallstedt comes out to play it. About 8 minutes into the first period. Still a 0-0, no score. Shots are 6-4 in favor of Colorado. Colton, Avalanche trying to break it either way. Here's Ross Colton with speed, brings it into the zone, shoots it, and it goes wide of Wallstedt. Now Tarasenko, pass in front. Stolen back then by Zuccarello on the right side. Back at center, Stern battling for it with Burns. He'll bank that puck up to center. Here's Tarasenko. He's in! Saved by Blackwood, if that even got on. I think it might have went wide on that opportunity, but regardless, it's still scoreless. Clear down low now into the Avalanche zone. It's Lehkonen battling for it down low in the corner with Kaprizov. 11 minutes to go in the first period. Makar skates it around now behind the net. Banked off the boards then into Nichushkin. Valeri Nichushkin to Lehkonen. Delayed penalty for the Wild. They'll touch it. And the whistle is blown, and now the Avalanche will get a chance to go to the man advantage here. And I'm not sure who the penalty is for and what the penalty is. I couldn't really tell while I was looking at it, but regardless of what I think. Yeah, Wild have been cooking recently, especially with the ad of Quinn Hughes. I give Guerin a lot of credit for kind of putting all his chips into that basket. He's going all in, and I respect the hell out of that. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. If you're new, I would greatly appreciate it. We are 10 subscribers away from 4,000, which is wild to think. We are almost there. We had like 3880 at the beginning of the month. It's been a grind, but we're almost there. Ugh. How's everyone doing? Audio good and everything? It seems like it is. Nobody's really complained about anything. So Kaprizov for 2 minutes of hooking on Cale Makar. So the Avalanche will get to work on the power play. Honestly, the Avalanche's power play really has not been that great. Comparatively speaking, when you're looking at, like top teams, like it hasn't even really been one of the best. It's kind of wild to think, to be honest with you. Face-off coming here now in the Minnesota zone. It's an Avalanche power play. Jesper Wallstedt this season at home, 7 games played, 6-0-1. Wally's been phenomenal. Is that what we call him, Wally? That's what I'm going to call him. Face-off here now in the Minnesota zone. One back then by the Wild. Brodin will try and clear. He will do so successfully. Again, the Avalanche's power play has really not been that great. The Wild's PK since November 1st has been at an 86.7%, which ranks 3rd amongst all teams in the National Hockey League. Here come the Avalanche now into the zone behind the net. Natchez trying to play that one around then to Nelson. Nelson trying to clear that one behind the net. And it's a scramble for it here down low in the corner. Natchez fighting with Brodin. He'll win the fight. Feeds it up to Nelson. Now the Avs can finally set up. Makar to McKinnon to Nelson. Nelson shoots it off of Wallstedt to the right side. Makar to Nelson. Tipped off there by Brodin's stick and out of play. Second time Wild winner of the game, people. Come on. Yeah, I think Minnesota wins too. And Nelson actually hit that puck off the post. 1:15 to go here on the Avalanche power play. 10-11 left in the first period. It's a 0-0 hockey game so far. Face-off won by the Avs. Makar to Nelson. Nelson down low to Landeskog. Trying to throw that one in front. Couldn't get it there in time. Now Nelson here at the point. To Makar. Makar moves in. Shoots it. And it's wide of Wallstedt. Nelson to McKinnon. McKinnon warps it around now behind the net. Thrown up to the point to Makar. Makar to McKinnon. He'll move in. Skates it. Shoots it. And blocked in front as well. McKinnon still has it. Puck in front of Landeskog. Couldn't get the shot off. Nelson to Makar at the point. Back to Nelson. Nelson down low, then to Landeskog. Landeskog with a weird banking puck there. I think he might have fumbled off his stick. 30 seconds to go on the Avalanche PP. Nelson to Makar. To Nelson. Nelson down low. Landeskog tried to slide that one back door, and it went through the crease. Makar skating around now down low. Nelson back with the puck to Makar at the point. McKinnon to Nelson. Pass over then down low, and they couldn't connect it. 10 seconds to go now. Natchez to McKinnon. Denied by Wallstedt. Rebound is there. They're jabbing at it, but the ref blows the whistle. 5 seconds to go on the Avalanche power play. Whew. Dallas versus Toronto was tonight too. There was a lot of actually like decent games tonight. If the Vegas Edmonton game started sooner or started later, like an hour later, I would have streamed that tonight too, but couldn't really make it work. Face off here in the Minnesota zone. One back by the Wild. Spurgeon clears it around now down low. Zuccarello out to center. Wild have the puck. They bank it down low. Now Ross Colton slides it back then for Burns. Back to even strength here in Grand Casino Arena. Still a 0-0 game. Puck will slide into the Minnesota zone for an icing. Shots are now 8-4 in favor of the Avalanche. Yeah, so there's a lot of people who've been asking me what's the minute, all this and that. I am going for 2026. I haven't explored with it yet, but for 2026, for all NHL related streams, I will be including a actual timer here that will show the actual correct time. Or it's going to show the NHL.com time. Here's Kaprizov now on the right side, trying to bank that one off the boards. Will clear it behind the Colorado net. Down low now, Zuccarello battling for it. Stolen back then by the Avs. Lehkonen on the right side. Bank back out into the Minnesota zone. Spurgeon to Hughes. Hughes through center. Back to Zuccarello. He'll dump it into the Avalanche end. Colorado gets it right back. Manson out to center. He's been in Colorado for a few years. Now down low to Gavin Brindley, who tied up down low. Back to Quinn Hughes. Hughes to Hartman. Played back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov now battling with Girard, and puck tips in the air and into the Avalanche bench. We'll go to commercial break here. Still 0-0 with 8 minutes to go. Yeah, I'm going to add, like, it's not like a timer. Like, you know when you go onto the NHL.com Game Center, it'll show you, like, an estimated time that it's at. That's what I'm going to put into where it says first. The thing is, though, because then it will show the intermission, too. The thing is, though, is when we do, like, World Junior Games and maybe even the Olympics, I don't know if I could use that. So I need to kind of figure that out here still. Again, I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work, but we'll see what happens there, obviously. But yeah, it is something that is more than likely going to be implemented in for all streams 2026 moving forward. I haven't tested it yet. Maybe I will tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a test stream tomorrow. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. A great stream here tonight. This has been a fun one already. We are only in the first period. 9 subscribers away. Yeah, a lot of games on tonight in the NHL. As a Canucks fan, I'm very confused on what happened after we traded Hughes. Why? Because you guys are actually, like, playing really well now? Sometimes that's how it works. Sometimes you get a lot better during a stretch like that. Avalanche here now with the puck, dumping it into the Minnesota zone. Kelly over to Drury. Back down low here on the right side. Wild battling for it down low in the corner. On the right side now, Urov battling for it with Kelly. Kelly on the right side takes it back now behind the net. Middleton trying to backhand that one through center. Yeah, guys, like the stream. Give the stream some love. If you like the stream, it brings more people in, helps out with the engagement. So like the stream, guys. Thank you. Gerard trying to bank that one down low. Middleton battling for it here now. Here's Tarasenko. Taking it the other way now for the Wild into the Avalanche zone. Shoots it. It goes wide of Blackwood. Now Urov on the right side. Throws it up to the point. Faber waits to Hughes. Hughes shoots it into the chest of Mackenzie Blackwood. A huge stop there. And Hughes had some room on that, on his defensive side. And as a result, he got that one through. Nice play. Shots are now 8-5. Feels like a very even period, I must say. Eriksson Ek now facing off against McKinnon. Now Boldy comes in. Face off won by the Wild. Boldy shoots it. It's blocked off of Johansson. Now McKinnon battling for it. Puck slides in on Blackwood. He makes the save, fortunately enough. Mackenzie Blackwood, an all-time Watch with Nordic live streams again tonight, is, of course, Jesper Wallsted's Watch with Nordic debut. But Blackwood, in the games he's played with Colorado, 8 of them, he is 4-3. He has a 2.71 and a .894. He also has a shutout in there, too. He is one of the few goaltenders in Watch with Nordic history to have a shutout. And it actually came during the playoffs last year. Here's Malinsky down the right side. Trying to clear that one behind the Minnesota net. Here's Faber. Drop back to Johansson. Back to Boldy. And he fumbled the pass, but he will get it back and regroup here at the point. Johansson, a shot is blocked there by Burns. And cleared out to center. Hughes holds the puck. Drops it back then for Faber. Faber to Quinn Hughes. Pass to center. Here's Kaprizov. And he couldn't get that one through. Hartman to the point now to Brodin. Brodin to Hughes. Hughes looks. Circles back around. Pass back down low behind the net. Hartman steals it back. Trying to warp that one around down low. He gets tied up here in the corner by Manson. And the Avalanche will break that one free. Here they come the other way. Nelson into the zone with Nichushkin. Play is blown dead for an offsides. And we will go to commercial break here once again. In a nice little Sunday afternoon game in Minnesota. About 7 o'clock here on the East Coast. But now 5:33 remaining. Wild play yesterday. Did they? Yeah, they beat the Oilers, right? I was at the Phantom, so I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah, I guess it really shouldn't be. I guess the Avs should be handing it to them. But weren't the Wild at home? Being at home does play a big factor, even when you are on like a back-to-back. Who do I think wins? I think Minnesota gets the dub here tonight. I think Minnesota will get in here. Who I want to win? I mean, I don't really care. Not that I don't care, but like, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't have a dog in this fight. I am a Flyers fan. I'm not a fan of either of these teams, so. Yeah, so again, tomorrow, I kind of have the plan for the week. I'm not sure. So we are streaming on Friday. We may do all 4, but I might only just do 2. I haven't decided yet what I want to do with that. But I would expect, for those who watch the videos, I would expect there to be a bunch of videos this week specifically related to Team Sweden and Team USA and Team Canada regarding World Juniors. Sweden released their World Junior roster yesterday or today, so that will come tomorrow most likely if I can get all the notes and stuff for that ready to go. But regardless, that's kind of what we have planned here in the coming days here heading into Christmas. Also, happy holidays, everybody. It's getting close to that Christmas season. Anybody get anything nice for Christmas yet? I know some people do Christmas early. It depends for a lot of people. But happy holidays to all you guys. You're a poor Flyers fan. That's rough. I know, man. Been going through it. It is what it is. At least I have a YouTube channel that I can cope with it. Out to center. Cleared back into the Avalanche zone. Blackwood will come out of his net to play it back on the right side. Wild trying to steal it back. Down low, Kaprizov. Poke checks it up to the point. Spurgeon keeps it in the zone. Down low, Hartman. Feeds it up to the point. Wild can't keep that one in. It slides all the way back down into the Minnesota zone. Wallstead comes out of net to play it. Played to center now, Kaprizov. Kirill Kaprizov through the zone. Intercepted there by Colorado. The Wild get it right back. Kaprizov trying to deke it into the zone. And bank back here into the corner. Drury tried to battle for it. Seeing family is the gift. Aw. Yeah, Bond, that's a great gift. Brodin in the Minnesota zone. Back to Juracek now, who traded to Minnesota last year from Columbus. Here's Jake Middleton now. Taking it around the right side. We'll dump it into the zone. Back then for Kelly. I'm not sure, Mancini. I'm really not sure. I think if I had to guess, it was ice time. But I actually wasn't watching the game. We were doing our Christmas shopping, so I didn't get to really tune into it. Icing here against Colorado. Shots are still 8-6. 4:15 left to go in the first period. Still a 0-0 game. I wouldn't be shocked if this game's like a 3-2 or a 2-1 score with how good both these teams really are. Urov now coming to take the draw in the Avalanche zone up against Drury. Face-off won by the Wild. Off the point, a shot denied by Blackwood from Tarasenko. This line here of Urov, Trenin, Tarasenko been very active so far. I've noticed them a bit. Tarasenko getting some chances. Face-off here now in the Avalanche zone still. Wild are starting to get slowly climb up to Colorado there in the shooting department. Face-off one here by the Wild. Hughes skates it around the right side. Drop pass back to Johansson. Johansson to Faber. A shot! Slides just wide of Blackwood and intercepted back by the Avalanche. Tays to Landeskog. He'll drop it back to Makar. Makar played back over to the right side to Natchez, who will dump it into the zone. Stolen back then by Faber. Faber out to center and clears it into the Avalanche zone for an icing. Yeah, Tarasenko's been on a heater, I agree. He's been noticeable. For sure. Yeah, looking at the Central Division here. Jesus. Avalanche, Stars, and Wild all combined for like 11 regulation losses, which is insane between three teams since November 1st. That's crazy. Makar, shot denied by Wallstead. Rebound from Landeskog into Wallstead's chest. Shots are now 10-7. Face-off coming here now in the Minnesota zone. It's McKinnon versus Eriksson Ek. Off the draw, Natchez wins it. Marty Natchez at the point. Fans on the shot. Gets the redirect now down low behind the net. Minnesota will steal it back. Boldy past the center. Stolen back then by the Wild. And Colorado dumps it back into the Minnesota zone. Faber banks it around then for Boldy. Wild will bring it back. They will dump and chase now. Johansson battling for it with Taze, and Colorado clears it the other way. 3 minutes to go in the opening period. It's a 0-0 game so far. Shots are 10-7. Hughes. Pass is intercepted. Avalanche get it back. Nichushkin into the zone now for Nelson. Nelson looks. Backhands it down low. Nichushkin waiting to center. A backhand into the chest of Wallstead. A lot of chest shots here for Wallstead, making it some pretty easy saves. Looking at Jared Bednar, 10th season as the Avalanche head coach. We've highlighted him a lot this year. I mean, I do blame part of that in the 1v8 seeding. Like, the Wild have been, like, one of the top teams in the NHL, and they will still play Dallas in the first round. It's like, hey, congrats for being so good. You got to play, like, one of the few teams that is better than you. Here come the Avs now through the zone. Girard looks. Drop pass back to Malinsky. Malinsky. Pass down low. Nelson a shot. What a tip by Brodin. Nichushkin now throws it up to the point. Girard on the right side. Gets tied up then by Trennan, who clears it out to center. Colorado now regrouping here in their own end as both teams get a line change. It's Malinsky here behind the net. Looks. Back to Girard. Girard to center. Landeskog. Banks that one in. Now Nathan McKinnon behind the net. McKinnon to the point to Taze. Taze to Makar. Makar to Taze. A shot. Goes wide of Wallstead. I think it might have got through a piece of it through traffic. Here's Natchez. Banks it around now behind the net. Picked up down low then by Landeskog. Landeskog to Makar. Makar to Natchez. He scores! Marty Natchez with 92 seconds left in the opening period. The Avalanche lead 1-0. And that shows the great movement there by Cale Makar to move down in the defensive zone, make the Minnesota defenders chase him, and it leaves Natchez open in front. And bang, right there on Wallstead. It's 1-0 Avs. All right, a minute 02 left to go here in this opening period. It's a 1-0 lead now for the Avs. Minnesota gets it back. They'll dump it into the Avalanche zone. Makar will steal it right away. And cleared back down the other way. Into the zone now is Bardakov. Throwing it down low then to Brindley. Brindley looking for options. Battling for it alongside Hughes. Stolen back then down low. Bardakov now behind the net. Avalanche still have it. Approaching the last minute of play here in the first period. Brindley off the boards to the point. Makar looks. Fires it. Blocked in front. Hughes trying to play it away. Avalanche get it back. Colton to the point. Makar another chance. Is denied by Wallstead. That even got on. Wild clear out to center. Now Taze here on the right side. Looks for options. Back then to Makar. Makar to McKinnon. Try to chip that one off the boards here on the right side. Played back into the Avalanche zone. Nelson to McKinnon. What a chance. Shot. Denied there by Wallstead. On Nichushkin. With 22 seconds to go. And a good chance there. Avalanche have been applying the pressure these last 3 minutes or so. It is Natchez from Makar and Landeskog. And it's a 1-0 Avalanche lead. Natchez with his 15th watch with Nordic point. Here's Burns now at the point to Manson. Shot goes off of a stick. Now 15 seconds to go. One last chance here for Boldy. It's broken away then by the Avs. Here's McKinnon. McKinnon to Nichushkin. Denied by Wallstead. Puck's in the crease. 5 seconds to go. The Wild will clear out to center. And that will do it for the first period. It was Avs for the majority of that opening period. Marty Natchez beats Jesper Wallstead. And it's a 1-0 lead for Colorado after 20 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for the start of the second period momentarily. And, of course, subscribe down below if you're new. We are seven subscribers away from 4,000. All right, so I got to make this clip. I'll put the stream here on my screen. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a great day so far? Only one game concluded in the NHL so far. There's about 5, I think, that are starting here at 7 o'clock. I appreciate all the support, guys. Any questions you have, we can do some intermission questions if you'd like. Give me a number between 1 and 1,000 in the chat. 1 and 1,000. One and 1,000. Any number. Any number. Why am I getting a Flyers ad? It's like my computer's talking to me. $9.99. Okay, we'll do $9.99. All right, question number 999. What's your favorite place to go for a day trip? I mean, I have an easy answer, and it's because I live near one, but it's obviously for me the beach. I mean, who doesn't love the beach, right? Unless you're not big on sand. We'll go to our beach in New Jersey because we live in the why am I blanking? Why am I blanking where I live? We live in Pennsylvania, so all right, just making the clip here really quick, guys. So we'll take a couple of minutes. And then we'll get started with the second period in just a moment. Long Beach Island? Is that a beach? Well, I mean, it's Long Beach, so probably. Yeah, never been there. Never really been, like, anywhere outside of my own state, I'm not going to lie. All right. Like, I mean, I would love to travel other places, but just with, like, money, financially, I just, like, I can't do it. Antti Laaksonen. All right. Clip is uploaded. All right, any other questions? Pick a number between 1 and 1,000. We'll do another one. Oh my God, Hugh. Hugh, I didn't see your comment on my phone. You're insane, dude. You know what? Screw it. I'll make it available. That's quite a. Hey, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough, I guess. All right, pick another number, guys. All right. Now it's time to update the Watch with Nordic all-time scoring sheet. Marty Natchez gets his 15th point in a live commentary stream. His second goal as well. Makar had an assist. Makar has never scored a goal on a commentary stream, by the way. Which is very interesting. Not going to lie. Oh, what was that? 26. All right, we'll do 26. 26. Numero 26. All right, question number 26 is, which NHL goaltender is your favorite? So your favorite goalie. Who is your favorite goaltender? Oh, that's a good question. I was a big fan, and don't ask why, I was a big fan of Corey Schneider when he was playing. I don't know what it was. I was just a big fan of him when I was a little kid. Right now, one of my favorite goalies to watch is honestly, like, the Wild goalies. Like, Philip Gustafsson's been great. Jesper Wallsted's been so much fun to watch. Those two are probably up there in my favorite goalies, I'm not going to lie. But it's kind of hard to answer that question because a lot of goalies are my favorite. It's a little difficult to combat that question. All right, Gabriel Landeskog then. Yeah, it would probably be Gustafsson, I'm not going to lie. Gus and Wally, yeah. Ed Giacomin, that's a good one too. Played with the Red Wings and the Rangers from 65 to 78, huh? Yeah, he passed away. It's unfortunate. Hinostroza just said it feels like a playoff game. Totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, Avalanche with the 1-0 lead after 20. Demko, Wolf, and Bob. I love watching Wolf. Honestly, like, it's a lot of the guys that I live stream I'm a huge fan of. Like, I'm big into, like, you know, Ilya Sorokin I like a lot. Dustin Wolf I like a lot. Spencer Knight I'm a big fan of. A lot of the goalies I stream, honestly. So. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. We are 7 subscribers away from 4,000. I'll be right back. I'm going to go use the bathroom really quick. I shall return in a moment. All right, I'm back. Askarov will be a gem. Yeah, I like Askarov as well. We got about 5 minutes, it says, till the start of the second period. So we are almost there, Milan. New Northern Block podcast tomorrow. We are recording that. No problem. 14-7 are the shots. Looking at some of the other stats here through 20 minutes of play. Face-off percentage, the Wild lead in that total. Power plays, both teams were unsuccessful. Hits are 7-4 Minnesota. Block shots 8-2. Giveaways are 5-2, all in favor of the Wild. All right, 44 is what Mancini's got for this next one. Number 44. What's your dream vacation spot? Oh, buddy. I would love to go to Europe at some point. I don't know if I ever could, but I would love to do that. Or like go to Hawaii or, you know, go to somewhere like that. Would love to go like and travel out to those other places. That would be awesome. Which team would we bet on? There's a lot of Wild bets going on from what I can tell. A lot of Minnesota bets. But don't count Colorado out. I'm pulling. See if the Avs can hold on for the win here. They're already up 1-0, of course. What the hell? What did I just watch? Oh. All right, still in the first intermission. About 5 minutes to go, though, it says. So probably by the end of this. All right. This is less than a minute to go till the start of the second. So getting there, folks. I appreciate all the support. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to like the stream down below. It helps out with the engagement. Got a long week here until Christmas on Thursday. Can't believe we're already almost at Christmas. It feels like just yesterday it was freaking like the beginning of the month. Or it feels like just yesterday it was Thanksgiving. That's a better way to say it.
Colorado, the attempts were even more one-sided for the Avs. They had a significant edge in offensive zone possession time. Expected goals 5-on-5.
All right, looks like we are ready here to get started with the second period. First period recap. Goals were scored by Marty Natchez and just Marty Natchez for a 1-0 Colorado lead through 20 minutes of play. Again, both these teams face off a total of 4 times this season. They will face off 2 more times this year. The first game, the Wild took that one 3-2 in a shootout. I would bet on it that it will not be a tie. Well, it can't, it physically cannot be a tie, so I guess, yeah. But no, it will go to a shootout, and then it will go to overtime, then it will go to a shootout. So yeah, no way it'll be a tie. Okay. Getting ready here in a moment. All the players are coming out onto the rink here for warm-up. Get a couple laps around before we get started here. Yeah, no ties in the NHL. All right, second period between 2 of the top teams in the NHL, the Avalanche and the Wild. Hughes and Makar. Boys are skating around here, waiting for the clock to run down. Almost up to 700 views already in this stream alone. Thank you all so much. All right, here we go. Avalanche versus Wild, second period. No problem, Milan. No problem. Hey, you're new. You seem like you might be new to hockey. No problem. We're here to help you out. All right, second period is underway. Face-off one here by the Wild. Avalanche steal it back. And now Taves will dump it here into the Minnesota zone. Faber takes it back right away. Down low now, Quinn Hughes with the puck. Hughes banks it off the boards here, back out to center. Avalanche get it back. Natchez looks, fires it, and it goes back down low here into the corner. Boldy off the boards, battling for it now with Landeskog. Down low here now in the corner. Natchez steals it back, feeds it up to the point. Makar to Taves. Taves a shot, and it goes wide. McKinnon try to pass it down low to Landeskog. It's blocked, and now the Wild take it back the other way. 3-on-2. Boldy, a shot. Goes off of Blackwood and back behind the net. Now Makar battling for it. Stolen back then by McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon down the right side. Poke checks it ahead, or at least tries to. And the Avalanche forced to regroup in their own end after the Wild intercepted that. Makar. Here in the Colorado zone. Plays a pass to center now. It'll slide back into the Wild end. And now behind the net. Minnesota trying to regroup. What's up, LeBlanc? Welcome to the stream. Hartman dumps it into the Avalanche zone. Now Burns takes that one around to the right side. Lehkonen battling for it. Still back to by Zuccarello. Zuccarello down low then to Brodin. Brodin now here behind the net. Trying to battle for that one here down low. Manson fighting with Hartman. Hartman plays it forward. Kaprizov. Pass over. A shot. Gloved by Blackwood on a big chance from Spurgeon. Why is my YouTube telling me to take a break? That is the 9th shot of the game from Minnesota. Sorry, I forgot to update that at the end of the period. But a good chance there from Spurgeon. And again, the Wild need to get shots on. The Avalanche have been kind of keeping Minnesota out of their own end, not giving the Wild a lot of opportunities here. So when you get the chance, you got to take those shots. Especially against a team like the Avalanche that is shooting a lot. Colton now versus Jakob Trenin. Here in the Avalanche zone. Face-off one then by the Wild. Tarasenko will clear out to center. Middleton. Back over then for Tarasenko. Tarasenko through center now to Trenin. Trenin battling for that puck. It'll slide back behind the net. Trenin picks it up. Thrown to center. Puck is cleared back now behind the net. Tarasenko battling for it with Natchez on the right side. Wild get it back. Juracek a shot. Goes wide. Kept in the zone then by Middleton. Stolen back then by the Avs. 3-on-2 the other way. It's Colton with Brindley and Bardakov. A pass back. Colton a shot denied by Wallstead. Big save there from Jesper Wallstedt. Shots are now 15-9 in favor of the Avs, who have been, I would definitely say, the better team here. Face-off now again in the Wild zone. It's going to be Drury here facing off against Sturm. And the Minnesota fourth line. Face-off won by the Avs. Makar to tase a shot. Denied by Wallstedt as well. And Wallsted's been sharp so far. And again, he's had to be here with the amount of opportunities that the Avalanche have been getting here on him. He's done a good job at keeping things at bay. For sure. Face-off now again in the Minnesota zone. It's one away then by the Avalanche. Kelly looking for options. Feeds it up to the point. Makar to Taze. Taze shoots it on Wallstedt. He'll make the save. Tip back to the right side. Makar gets it at the point. He can't keep it in. It'll slide all the way down the other way. No icing. Makar behind the net. Huge hit there. Down low then by Foligno. Now battling forward here in the corner alongside Hinostroza. Bank back to center. Taze. 3-on-2. Drury to Kelly. Kelly circles back. Looks for options. Gets tied up here now on the right side. And Wild will get it back. And Spurgeon will clear out to center. And that puck does come out. And Foligno will touch it. It's an offsides. I saw that play. And I'm like, that doesn't look like it's onside. And there you go. Where is my... Trying to find my water. Face-off here now outside of the Avalanche zone. McKinnon here versus Eriksson Ek, and the Wild win it. Faber skates it into the zone. Faber around the right side to the point to Boldy. Boldy looks, fires it. Saved by Blackwood. Rebounds there. And Eriksson Ek will bank that one off the netting. Now battling for it down low in the corner. Wild get it back up to the point. Faber. Right side then for Hughes. Hughes to Faber. Faber, a shot! It's blocked in front there by Eriksson Ek. Now down low here, Boldy. Boldy trying to wrap it around. Trying to feed that one up to the point. Still in the back then by the Avs. And Landeskog will steal that one back then for the Avalanche. Played back to McKinnon. McKinnon through the zone to center. A shot into the glove of Jesper Wallstedt. And the pressure keeps coming here. Shots are now 17-11. Can I say happy birthday for my friend Huge Ass? Happy birthday, Huge Ass. Yeah, I know you're clipping that. Hi, Cadence. About time you joined. Face off here now in the Avalanche zone. Or, sorry, the Minnesota zone. Hartman versus Nelson. Face off one then by the Wild. Puck dangles up in the air. Minnesota will take it back now the other way. 3-on-3. Kaprizov through the zone. Pass to Hartman. To the front. Can't get it through Blackwood. Huge chance there, but couldn't get it done. Now a 4-on-2 the other way for the Avs. Girard back to Nichushkin. It's blocked. Rebound. They score! Sam Malinsky on the 4-on-2 rush. And it's 2-0 Colorado. And the loose puck there on that rebound beats Jesper Wallstedt. It's Malinsky. His 4th goal of the season. Ooh. This might be offsides. Hold on now. And let's see this play again. Ooh, that's close. We might have an offsides here. Hines is talking. And now they're going to signal it. They might coach his challenge here. So we could see an offsides. This is close. This is very close. Malinsky's skating the puck into the zone. Girard is just outside. Let's rewatch this. And yes, it does look like they are going to coach challenge this. Let's see here. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't even looking at... It's apparently the far guy. I wasn't looking at him, though. I was looking at the other guy. Let me see the replay again. Shots are 17-10. If this does go through, it's going to be Malinsky from Nichushkin and Girard. It'll be Sam Malinsky, who has been really good here in Watch with Nordic commentary streams. It'll be Malinsky's, if I can find his name, it'll be his 3rd goal in a live commentary, his 7th point. And we'll see what the official call is here. It was waved a goal on the ice. All right, here it is. No goal. They have overturned it, offsides, and we stay 1-0 Avalanche. And Minnesota gets bailed out there. Now they will get a face-off here outside of the Minnesota zone. And again, Minnesota, they got bailed out there, but you need to keep on the pressure. Got to keep it going here. And yeah, that is offsides for sure. Face off here now in the Minnesota zone, won by the Avs. Nichushkin trying to rush it back into the zone. Now Brodin played back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov off the boards to Spurgeon on the right side. Now Hartman battling for it. Stolen back then by Nichushkin down low. Played back then by Brodin as the Wild get it right back. It'll go into the Avalanche zone. No icing. Nelson behind the net. Down low now, battling forward in the corner with Malinsky and Kaprizov. Down low now, Hartman banks it up to the point. Spurgeon looks. Pass is blocked. Zuccarello tried to keep that one in. It's stolen back then by the Avs. Here's Nichushkin. Back over then for Lehkonen. Lehkonen in front of McKinnon. He couldn't get the shot on. Now Nichushkin back to the right side. Trying to clear that one down low. Minnesota gets it back. Stolen back by the Avs. Landeskog a shot. And it goes up and out of play. Exactly 15 minutes to go in the second period. Shots are 16-10. And Colorado, despite getting a goal overturned, they still have a 1-goal lead. And yeah, for Minnesota, you got to keep the pressure on. You cannot, you just got bailed out there with a no-goal call. Now you got to follow up with that. Face-off here in the Minnesota zone. Drury wins the draw. Burns, a shot. And it goes up and out of play as well. So we are now 5 subscribers away from 4,000. Thank you all for the support. We are literally within shouting distance of the milestone. Thank you all so much. Off the draw, another save by Wallstead. As the Avalanche continue their pressure some more. So the Wild have one more game here at home in 2025, and then they will go on a road trip that takes them around the Western Conference. And you might ask why? Well, it's the World Juniors here on Friday. Puck in the Minnesota zone. Wild trying to clear it out. Sorry, I was trying to get my computer charger to plug in my computer next to me here. And offsides now as Minnesota tried to bring it into the Avalanche zone, and they were not legally going in. And they start off here with a 7-game road trip. They'll start off in Winnipeg. They'll go to Vegas. They'll go to San Jose. They'll go to Anaheim. They go to LA for 2. And then they wrap it up with Seattle. So that trip starts on December 27th. It will end January 8th. And obviously the reasoning for that is the World Juniors, of course. When you are hosting the World Juniors, you got a road trip there in between. Puck is dumped into the Minnesota zone for an icing against Colorado. And we will reassess. 14:26 left to go in the second period. The Avalanche with a 1-0 lead. Face-off coming here now in the Colorado zone. Drury versus Sturm. Face-off won by the Avalanche. Makar will feed a pass all the way out to center. Now Kelly banks it off the boards. Racing for it with speed then is Kiviranta, who will battle for it down low. Stolen back then by the Wild. Tarasenko banked out to center. Foligno battling for it here down low. Makar banks up to the point. Juracek a shot. And that one is denied. Taze over then for Drury. It's deflected as it goes up and out of play. And now we will go to commercial break. 13:59 left to go in the second period. The Avalanche lead by 1. So fun tidbit here out of tonight's games. Jack Hughes is back from an injury for the New Jersey Devils. In his first game, he scores. Oh boy. All right. Still in commercial break. I got the Geico Gecko on my screen. All right, 13:59 left to go here in the second period. Makar with 31 assists. Yeah, he's been unreal. Probably wins the Norris again, I would say. But yeah, no, not sure. All right, face-off coming here at center ice after that puck going out of play in the middle frame. Face-off one here by the Wild. Hughes to Faber. Faber will clear it back down low into the Avalanche end, and it'll be a icing against Minnesota. Quinn Hughes, it's easy to forget, but not that long ago he won the 2024 Norris Trophy. Both of these defensemen here, Hughes and Makar, many would argue are the best defensemen in the NHL. Again, you look at their time on ice, both of them average in the top 3 for the most of any defenseman in the NHL. Face-off here now at center ice. Trennan versus McKinnon. Puck goes back into the Avalanche zone. It's Landeskog who will move it down the other way. Pass back to Natchez. Intercepted now by Minnesota. Makar steals it right back. He will dump that one back into the Minnesota zone. Faber trying to take that one down low now. Tarasenko feeds it past to Eriksson Ek. Eriksson Ek then back for Hughes. Natchez tries to steal it down low. McKinnon pass over to the point. Makar moves in, shoots it. It goes up and wide. Landeskog running into Wallstead there. Here come the Wild the other way. Kaprizov, drop pass back, and it's blown dead for an offsides. Yeah, I agree. Schaefer's looked awesome. He's cooled down a little bit, but there is some serious consideration there for the Calder Trophy for sure. But I'm honestly leaning towards like Beckett Seneca to win that award. I'm not going to lie. Makar will be the greatest of all time. He already has a pretty good resume that I would say puts him into a conversation. Face-off here now won by the Wild. Minnesota dumps it into the Avalanche zone. Now Zuccarello will take it behind the net. Pass in front. Blocked there by Blackwood. And a shot there from the point. Spurgeon to Zuccarello. Back into the point now. Johansson. Good keep-in. Down low now Hartman. Poke checked away then by Spurgeon. Battling for it then down low. Taken back then by the Avs. Here's Malinsky. Into the zone. Looks for options. Pass back down low. And intercepted then by the Wild. Avalanche get it right back. Nelson through the zone. Nichushkin looks. Tries to feed it up to the point. Now Johansson. Played back then for Zuccarello. Pass to the right side. Johansson looks. Kind of being tied up there by 3 Avalanche players. Hartman now to the point to Juracek. Juracek over then down low. He'll take it back behind the net. David Juracek pass to the point. Johansson now shoots it off of Blackwood and back to the ref side. Now down low. Urov battling for it. Avalanche get it. They will poke check it down the other way. Yes, they are. They are still undefeated with Hughes. Middleton, a shot. Saved by Blackwood. Yeah, we'll see if the Avs keep this pressure going, but I will agree they've been the better team so far. But the Wild are undefeated with Quinn Hughes. And it's only a 1-0 lead, so I will not count this game out here for Colorado. Or for Minnesota, sorry. Well, for either team. Face-off here now in the Colorado zone. It's won by the Avalanche. Burns will clear out to center. Tarasenko battling for it. Drop back then to Trennan. Trennan clears it into the zone as well. Now down low. Burns behind the net. Banks it off the boards. Here come the Avs. Brindley the other way with Manson. Manson looks. A shot denied by Wallstead. Jesper Wallstead quite literally keeping the Minnesota Wild in this game. The Wild only with 13 shots through the better half of this period. The Avalanche are showing why they are the best team in the league. Only 2 regulation losses from them still at Christmas. Face off in the Minnesota zone. It's won by the Wild. Kaprizov to center. Stolen back then by the Avalanche. Wild get it right back. Here they come into the zone. Bolden now battling with Taze. He'll take that one down low. Throws it in front. And the puck did not get through. Too much traffic. Now Kaprizov battling for it down low. Eriksson next to Faber. A shot. Goes wide of Blackwood. Now down low. Hughes skates it around now behind the net. Quinn Hughes with the puck. To the point to Faber. Faber shoots it. And it goes out of play. Into the netting, and Faber looks up to the sky in disarray. Shots are 20-13. Schaefer skates like McDavid. You're going with Wally. Yeah, I mean, Wallstead needs to keep up the numbers for me to hop on that train, but he is definitely up there for sure. I lean Seneca, I'm not going to lie. But I think Wallstead has kept himself in, like, he's still keeping up these numbers even a month later. So I think it's safe to say, like, he should be considered for it. But, like, for him to even be considered for it, icing here against the Avalanche, by the way, for him to be even considered for it, like, he has to have better numbers than Dustin Wolf, right? Like, if Wolf wasn't good enough to win the Calder last year, shouldn't Wallstead have better numbers? Or is that just because Lane Hudson broke records? Like, I don't know. It depends on the voters, honestly. Face-off one here by the Avalanche. Burns now behind the net, banks it off the boards here and cleared out to center. Marcus Foligno plays that one down low then. Hughes, and a stretch pass there was too far ahead. Now Trennan backhands it off the boards, and here come the Wild the other way. It's Urov through center. Drop pass to the point then for Hughes. A shot goes wide and off the glass and out of play. 10:30 left to go in the middle frame. Avalanche still lead by 1. So again, we will be live tomorrow for a doubleheader on Monday. This will be the final doubleheader before Christmas, the final commentary streams as well. We'll kick off with Blues and Lightning, followed by Jackets and Kings tomorrow. So no really big games tomorrow, like no huge matchups. So don't really expect anything crazy tomorrow, but regardless of that, it should still be a fun stream nonetheless. Avalanche dump it down low. Now Wallstead comes out of the net to play the puck. Here's Girard, a shot. Puck goes wide, kept in though by Malinsky. Malinsky pass in front, and Kiviranta nearly tucked that one past. Now at the point, Girard shoots it, and it'll go off of Wallstead and back down low into the corner. I would say the Ducks are a wagon now. Halfway through the first period, the Avalanche still lead by a goal. And battling for it down low in the corner. I think we got a penalty here, and we get some pushing and shoving between Spurgeon and Drury. And I think there's going to be a penalty here, and it might be against the Wild. I'm not sure. And I think Minnesota might be getting a power play here. Yes, he will. Yes, we are. Minnesota off to the power play here on a Jack Drury penalty. Cross-check to the face on Ryan Hartman. And he gets called for that. 9:57 to go. Avalanche lead by 1. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Like the stream down below. It helps out with the engagement. And of course, subscribe if you are new. We are only 4 subscribers away from 4,000. We are so close. We're right there. All right, so it's Jack Jury for a roughing call. Both teams have gotten 1 power play so far, and they are both 0 for 1 on their extra man advantage. So keep that in mind here as we head into Minnesota's second power play of the game. Yep, kick me out. Oh my gosh. It's been doing that a lot recently. Like it'll kick me out of the broadcast. That's really weird. All right. Anyway, Minnesota power play coming up here in just a moment. And the Wild will get a chance to show off their special teams here once again. So they're assessing here really quick. The referee's talking to John Hines. And we'll get going here with the power play in just a moment. All right. 9:57 to go. Face off in the Avalanche zone. Won by the Wild. Hughes at the point. Back over then for Zuccarello. Zuccarello on the right side. Looks for options. Fed up to the point then to Hughes. He'll keep that one in the zone. A shot! Glove by Blackwood. And Hartman talking trash from the bench. Of course. That's the most Ryan Hartman thing ever. Oh, you come from the future. Okay. Wild won the draw. Hughes. Back to Zuccarello. Zuccarello to Hughes. Hughes to Zuccarello. Down low now. Kaprizov to Zuccarello. A shot blocked by Taze. He will clear the other way. Now Wallstead here down low. Wallstead back to Hughes behind the net. Quinn Hughes through center. Will drop it back. Now Boldy brings it through and into the zone. Matt Boldy here now on the right side. Banks it up to the point of the Kaprizov, or at least tries to. And stolen back then by Taze and cleared back into the Minnesota zone halfway through the Wild power play. Minnesota desperately in need of shots. And they get that game-tying goal. Boldy clears it down low. It skates around behind the net. Kaprizov to Boldy at the point. Boldy shoots it. Saved by Blackwood as Eriksson Ek was screening in front. But he couldn't get it past him. Shots were 23-15 now. Wilder starting to get some more opportunities here, but the Avalanche have done a very good job of just like playing defense. Like they are a really good team at, not giving other teams a lot of options. That's why they only have 2 regulation losses. Face-off here now won by the Wild. Faber at the point. Second unit out there now on the ice. Bank down low behind the net to Johansson. Back to Ryan Hartman. Hartman to the point. Faber looks. Down low then Spurgeon. Tarasenko to Faber. Back to Spurgeon. Down low then Hartman to center. A shot is blocked as it slides up and out of the zone. Now 15 seconds to go on the Wild power play. Minnesota will get one last chance. Faber drops it back to Johansson. Johansson skates it into the zone. Drop back to Hartman. Hartman tied up here now on the right side. He keeps it into the zone. Down low now in the corner is Tarasenko to the point. What a play there by Hartman. Drop back. Faber a shot. Goes wide. Avalanche are now back here at full strength. The power play is over. It was a good kill by the Avs nonetheless. 7.5 minutes to go. Makar at the point. Shoots it. And it goes up. And just in front of Wallstead. He didn't know where it was. Makar moves in. Looks. Waits. Tays a shot. Saved by Wallstead. Rebound cleared away. McKinnon. Tied up now by Tarasenko. Up to the point. Makar to Girard. Samuel Girard to Makar. Makar shoots it. Denied by Wallstead. And I think we have a penalty call coming here in a second. I think it's against the Wild. So the refs have been very even here tonight. Now we're going to get a power play for the Avalanche. Tarasenko to the box. An interference call is going to be on Tarasenko. So the Avalanche will get their second power play of the game. Both teams have been unsuccessful here on the man advantage tonight. And we'll see if the Avalanche now can move the needle. 7:13 to go in the second period. Tarasenko still unhappy with the call. Avalanche's power play, only 2 shots on their first one back in the first period. Face-off is won by the Avs. And it's blown dead immediately due to a face-off violation. False start on the draw, so they'll redo that one again. Shots were 25-15. Nelson will lose the draw now. Puck goes back up to the point anyways. Makar to Natchez. Avalanche working their power play. Natchez looks. Pass back over then to Nelson. At the point, Makar to Natchez, a shot. Denied by Wallstead. A stick got in front, so the shot was softer. Here's Makar. Down low to Nelson. Makar to Nelson. Nelson waits. Trying to cycle the puck. Natchez pass in front. And it's blocked by a Minnesota skate. Down low, McKinnon now behind the net. To the point to Nelson. Nelson to Natchez. And it goes wide. Nelson up to the point. McKinnon to Nelson, a shot denied by Wallstead. And the wall keeps on coming. Nearly 30 shots for Colorado. But Jesper Wallstead has been almost perfect so far. (28-15) are the shots on goal. Face-off. Won by Makar. Makar to Nelson. Nelson to McKinnon. He scores! Nathan McKinnon on the power play. And the Avalanche get a goal that counts. And they're up 2-0. A power play goal. It's McKinnon, his 29th goal of the season from Nelson and Makar. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Avalanche. And a lot of tic-tac-toe passing moves there, and they get a puck past Jesper Wallstead. And there you go. 2-0 Colorado. That's not... Looks like you're not from the future. Yikes. Wild have the puck. Sturm to center. Brodin tried to keep it in. He'll do so successfully. Now down here in the corner. Pass in front. And Sturm shoots that one wide. Another chance, and that one also goes wide as well. Now Juracek. Brodin, try to throw that one up to the point. It's blocked in front. Avalanche will steal it back and clear it out to center. Through the zone now, it's Nichushkin picks it up on the right side. Will bring that one into the Wild zone. Now Jury, drop down low. Nichushkin here in the corner, battling for it alongside Brodin. Played back in front. Puck slides up to the point then for Manson, who will bank that one down low then for Victor Olofsson, who we haven't seen here in a little bit. Burns at the point to Jury. Jury waits to center. A shot blocked. Rebound is there. And it's taken away up to the point. Then Burns, another chance. And that one's wide as well. Manson with Kiviranta. Brindley shoots it. And it goes wide. Now Jury behind the net. Thrown up to the point. Burns, delayed penalty here for Minnesota. And the Wild touch the puck. And we got a fight here now at the goal crease as Wallstead runs out of that quickly. And here's the tensions boiling over as Manson's getting into it with Marcus Foligno. But regardless of what they think, the Avalanche are going to get a power play. Unless they call something else out of this. Less than 5 minutes to go in the second period. The Avalanche lead by 2. And we just crossed over the 1,000 view mark for this stream. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Whew. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe down below if you're new. We are 3 subscribers away from 4,000. We are right there. Who's going to be the 4,000th? All right. Less than 5 minutes to go in the second period. The Avalanche are going to go to the power play once again. It's not looking great here for the Wild. I must say that. All right. Avalanche power play. It'll come out of the zone. It'll be a double minor. What the heck? 2 penalties here for the Wild. So the Avalanche will be on the power play for 4 minutes. I did not realize that. McKinnon, pass back, intercepted. Short-handed break the other way. Here's Boldy. Saved by Blackwood. Nelson will drop it back then for McKinnon. McKinnon through the zone. Back to Natchez. Natchez to McKinnon. Shoots it. And it goes up and out of play. Face off now again in the Minnesota zone. Makar at the point to McKinnon. Makar to Nelson. Nelson down low to Landeskog. To Nelson. To Natchez. Puck slides through his stick. Natchez to Makar. To Natchez, a shot. Goes wide. Faber now will clear all the way back into the Colorado zone. Now it's Blackwood back for Makar. First minute gone by in the double minor. This will pretty much cover the entire second period and its remainder. Nelson on the right side battling with the puck. Makar waits. Nelson looks. Natchez now to Makar. Makar holds the puck to McKinnon. McKinnon waits, fires it, save, rebounds in front on Wallstead. They jab at that puck. It stays out. They tried to clear, but it's kept in. Makar battling for it down low now with Landeskog. To Makar at the point. Makar moves in, fires it. Denied by Wallstead. What's up, Jewel Norret de Winter? See ya, Bon. Have a great night, brother. Thank you for tuning in. Good save there. Good saves by Jesper Wallstead to keep this game a 2-0 advantage. Again, even though he's allowed 2 goals, Wallstead's been phenomenal. Shots are 33-17. Brindley trying to bring that one through center. Intercepted then by the Wild. Now Taze skates it back into the zone. What's up, Bathtub? How you doing? Nelson. Olofsson brings it into the zone. Now back down low for Lehkonen. Lehkonen knocks a Wild player down. Wild fans in that section wanted a penalty. They were not going to get one. Nichushkin to the point now to Taze. Taze to Kiviranta. Taze down low then for Olofsson. Gets tied up on the right side. Second unit out here for Colorado. Taze to Olofsson. Lehkonen here in the corner. At the point, Lehkonen down low. Nichushkin. Waits. Pass in front. Slides through the crease. Taze. Waits. Brindley. Shoots it. Denied by Wallstead. This is total domination, Hugh. The Avalanche are kind of giving it to them, I'm not going to lie. Face-off won by Makar. Makar to McKinnon. Down low now for Natchez. Natchez to McKinnon. McKinnon holds the puck. Waits. To the point now to Makar. Makar to McKinnon. Looks. Makar to McKinnon, a shot. Blocked. Wallstead comes out and net to play it. And he will cover. And the shots keep pouring in. Face-off in the Minnesota zone. Landeskog wins the draw. Makar at the point. Shoots it. He scores! Cale Makar from the point. It's 3-0 Colorado. And the power play goal extends the Avalanche's lead to 3-0. And again, you can see the just pure dominance here from the Avalanche. Makar from Nelson and Landeskog. And look at that. Look at that. 4,000 subscribers. Wow. Thank you guys so much. There you go. There's the 4,000 bomb. Thank you guys so much. Wow. 4,000 subscribers. Approaching the last minute of play here in the second period. Minute 15 to go. Thank you all so much for 4,000. Wow. Face off here now in the Minnesota zone. Drury versus Hartman. Wild win the draw. Hughes on the right side. Wild bring it through the zone. Cleared back down low. It slides in on Blackwood. He will make the save. Jesus and Drums, you were the 4,000 subscriber. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for being the 4,000 subscriber, brother. Thank you so much. All right, face-off here, won by the Wild. Last minute of play in the middle frame. Hughes battling for it with Hartman. Trying to backhand that one out to center. Cleared into the zone. Battling forward here in the corner. Colton fighting with Faber. 45 seconds to go in the second period. Clear back down low now into the corner. Colton behind the net now to Nichushkin. Nichushkin looks. Trying to feed a pass in front. Quinn Hughes with the puck then for Zuccarello on the right side. Cleared into the Avalanche zone. Battling for it now in the corner. Pass in front. You're off a shot. Denied by Blackwood. Spurgeon to Yuroff. To Hughes. Hughes waits. Shoots it on net. Denied there by Blackwood. All right. 4 seconds to go in the second period. Face off in the Avalanche zone. Won by the Wild. Backhand in front. Denied, and that will do it for the second period. All right, 40 minutes to go in the books. The Avalanche have a 3-0 lead through 40 minutes of play. Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar connect for the goals. It's a 3-0 advantage for the Avalanche. All right, that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for the start of the third period momentarily. Man, 4,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Feels unreal looking at that number. All right, that being said, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and I'll talk a little bit more, but I shall return.
Introducing the Score Bet for Sunday, Monday,
All right, I have returned. Sorry about that. Yes, sir. 4,000 subscribers. Hopefully the Wild can pot a couple of goals in the third, make this interesting. I agree. It sucks. This was looking like a good game, and now the Avalanche have kind of just like dominated everything. Which is not a huge surprise because that does happen. All right. Let's update the score sheet all time. Nathan MacKinnon picks up his 11th goal. He is tied for the most goals by anybody in live commentary history. 11. Tied with Sam Reinhart for that lead. All right, kick me out again, why don't you? McKinnon and McCarr are like Batman and Robin. Oh yeah, definitely. They are a real dynamic duo, those two guys. Cale Makar has two goals, or has a goal and 2 assists tonight. Guy's been racking up the points. Oh. $5.55. Hugh wants $5.55 as a question. All right, hang on a second. All right, sorry about that. $5.55 is the question that Hugh wants for intermission question. All right, $5.55. Scrolling down. Would you rather live in a treehouse or a boat? I would rather live in a treehouse. I don't mess with going on boats. in the forest. Yeah. Unpopular opinion, but does Nathan McKinnon gives you more than Connor McDavid does. McDavid has caught up in the point race, though. Like, McDavid is back up into that conversation. I wouldn't disagree on a level of, like, I think value. I don't know. Like, they're both very valuable. I think this year, it's probably McKinnon, but they're both right there. They're both right there in that area. All right, 3-0 Colorado. Mackenzie Blackwood stopped 20 of 20 so far. Wallstead, 30 saves on 33 shots. What's your question, Cadence? What's your question? Would you rather build a nest or live in a birdhouse? What? If I were a bird, live in a birdhouse. I don't want to do all that work as a bird. I want to just go eat worms. I don't want to build a nest. Well, there's literally nests in birdhouses. Like, that's literally just another. That's like a pre-made nest. It's kind of like a hotel. Well, yeah, go ahead, unsubscribe. All right, 40 minutes of play is in the books. About 7 minutes till the start of the third. But I think Colorado may have this game in the bag. I'm not going to lie. We'll see, though, of course. There's still a lot of time. Sorry about this, guys. Just typing stuff. All right. Gotta update this now. 4,100 is the next goal. So I've kind of planned ahead. I planned ahead. I looked at all the streams that I want to do for the rest of the year. So before 2026, we have at the very most, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 more streams before the end of the season. 10 more before the end of the year is what I have planned. That could go down to 8, that could go down to 6, but 10 maximum is the amount of streams we have still in 2025. All right.
It's the one area of their game, really, the Colorado Avalanche, that they have not been able to figure out all year, and it's crazy to think that they have the most goals in the National Hockey League, considering their power play. I think coming into the game was 24th or 25th, but they can find seams. They've got enough talent to be able to find seams like they did on this goal here, and then obviously they're a good team in the faceoff circle as well, and they can make it simple too, so they can score and beat you different ways. That's just a real unbelievable wrist shot there by the par that Lundqvist was not able to pick up. And you look at the numbers here throughout the period, the Colorado Avalanche power play now sitting at 50%. And time of possession in the offensive zone is an area the Wild need to get a little bit better at. They've only spent 4 minutes in the offensive zone here through 2 periods.
Yeah, this is not something we're used to. Seeing the Wild without a goal, it does feel strange. How big is it going to be to try to shift the energy and the momentum in this building, even just to get that one?
Yeah, it's huge. And to be honest with you, the Colorado Avalanche, they're the best defensive team in the National Hockey League too. If you're the Wild down 3 goals for me, scoring is obviously important. It has to happen right.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Just kind of checking some things here really quick. Let's go over the other scores around the NHL. Again, there's a bunch of other games going on in the National Hockey League today. Before we get started here with the third period in just a little bit. So loading up my screen here. Obviously, there was a game that was completed earlier today involving the Capitals and the Red Wings. A 3-2 overtime win for the Detroit Red Wings there in that one. And so far through the other games, the Senators with a 4-1 lead on Boston in the second period. The Sabres and Devils are tied at 1. Penguins and Canadiens is 2-2. Predators and Rangers is 0-0. Maple Leafs and Stars is 1-0 Stars. Jets and Mammoth is 3-0 Mammoth. And Golden Knights and Oilers is 0-0 at the start of that game as well. Getting ready for the start of the third period here in just a moment. We are just moments away from the start of the third. Okay. Third period getting started here in just a moment. Second period recap. Goals were scored by Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar. We will go over the other stats here in just a moment, since it's about 2.5 minutes away after this ad blurb from ESPN comes to a close. Can the Wild win? It's going to take a big comeback, but it's not impossible. We'll see. All right, third period. Back from commercial break. Sorry about that, guys. Takes a while for it to get out of commercial break. The Avalanche have been dominating things here so far. They have 33 shots on goal. They put 3 of them past Jesper Wallstedt. The Wild have been held scoreless, only having 20 shots through 40 minutes of play. That's 10 shots a period on average here as we get ready for the start of the third period. Right now, face-off one here by the Wild. Puck slides back into the Minnesota zone. Hughes to center. In the zone, Boldy, a backhand denied there by Blackwood. Here's Hughes now to the right side. Taken back then by McKinnon. Down low behind the net to Boldy. Boldy down low on the right side. Fed up to the point by Hughes. Hughes skates around. Shoots it. And it goes wide. And all the way down the other way. Here's Brock Faber now holding it here for Minnesota. He'll dump it back into the Colorado zone. Back to Burns. On the right side to Nichushkin. Hartman now battling for it. Avalanche bring it into the zone. Nichushkin, a shot is denied. Here's Burns at the point, a shot. And that one is swiftly denied as well. At the point, Makar trying to take it back to Burns. Burns, a shot denied by Wallstedt on the right side. Change up the shots here really quick. So, again, these two teams will face off 2 more times after this matchup. One of those is in February the 26th. The other is March 8th. Face-off in the Minnesota zone, won by the Avalanche. Olofsson up to the point. Burns to the right side to Manson. Manson waits. Clears it around now behind the net to Juracek. Down low. Colton, a shot denied there by Wallstedt. Rebound in front as Olofsson nearly got another chance. And he couldn't get that shot away. Here's Burns at the point. Another chance save. Rebound in front. All of them denied. He had like 3 shots on goal there at that point. Brodin down low. Trying to take that one around Wallstedt. Now Colton steals it back for the Avalanche. Olofsson up to the point. A shot. And tipped away there as well. Shots are now 38-21. Burns to Manson. Manson passes to center. Is blocked away. Now Brindley a drive. And it's denied there as well. Spurgeon tapped ahead then for Tarasenko. Tarasenko will clear into the Avalanche zone. Shots are 39-21. Puck is tipped into the Minnesota end. Wallstedt has allowed 3 goals in this game and still might have like above a .920 save percentage. It's crazy. Drury, a chance denied there by Wallstedt as well. Here come the Wild now through the zone. Malinsky steals it back then for the Avs. Banked out to center. Kiviranta for Girard. Girard brings it in. Will fire that one off the boards. Puck goes up and behind the net. Now down low, Eriksson Ek battling for it. Back then for Sturm. Sturm clears out to center. Now Foligno played ahead and taken back then by the Avalanche. Drury drops it back to Natchez. Natchez down low, battling for with Middleton here in the corner. Middleton to Faber. Intercepted then by Landeskog. Gabe Landeskog now behind the net, feeds it up to the point. Makar waits to McKinnon. McKinnon trying to circle it around here now down low. McKinnon to Makar. Makar looks behind the net, trying to wrap it around. Looks for options, now has the puck. Pass in front, deflected away there by Eriksson Ek, and now forward to Johansson. Back to Tays over then for Makar. Makar on the right side to McKinnon. McKinnon looks. Will try to drop it back. Now McKinnon pass back down low to Lehkonen. And puck goes out to center. Battling forward here now on the right side. Burns will take it back and dump it into the zone. Now Quinn Hughes here in the Avalanche, here in the Minnesota zone. Again, a lot of Avalanche pressure. That's what it's been here the whole time, essentially. Just Avalanche the entire way. Kaprizov now battling forward with Lehkonen. Puck comes out to center. Nelson will take it back into his own zone. Burns looks. Pass to Nelson is blocked. Here comes Kaprizov the other way. Kaprizov pass over. Intercepted. Hartman gets it back. Circles back around here to the point. While bringing in a shot. Goes through Blackwood. It went just the other way. They're blowing no goal. I don't know if that went in. It looked like it went through Blackwood, but the puck deflected the other way. A lot of Minnesota fans stood up and cheered. It must have went off the post or something because I don't know. I didn't see that go in. Here's Hughes to Kaprizov. Kaprizov takes it around now behind the net. Kaprizov now then for Brodin on the right side. Brodin to the point. Hughes looks, waits, pass in front, deflected just wide on Hartman. Now Kaprizov down low to Hartman, pass in front is ahead. Then Hughes shoots it on net. It goes wide of Blackwood. To the point. Brodin, a shot off the post. Rebound, they score. Ryan Hartman with 13:35 to go. It's 3-1. Brodin hit the post twice on that shift, and Ryan Hartman gets the rebound. And the Wild are on the board. Hartman from Brodin and Kaprizov makes it a 3-1 hockey game here with 14 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Five goals in the last 6 games for Ryan Hartman. And the Wild have shown some life. But it's not over yet. They're down by 2. Back down low now behind the net. Wild trying to clear it out of the Minnesota zone. Yurov fighting forward in the corner with Kiviranta. Trying to jab at that puck on the right side. Stolen back then by the Wild. Here's Hughes to center. Now Trennan with some room. Deeks into the zone. Poke checked away there by Makar. Now Natchez steals it back. And he will take that one all the way back out into the Minnesota end. Middleton, pass to center, into the zone now, Tarasenko. Tried feeding that one in front. It's stolen back then by the Avalanche. Landeskog will clear that one down low. Wild need 2 more. Eriksson Ek behind the Minnesota net. Played forward then to Boldy. Boldy to Hughes. Hughes brings it into the zone. Skates it back down low. Johansson looks, fires it. And it's up in the air and wide. Now Makar battling for it down low. Stolen back then by the Wild. Johansson now to Hughes. Quinn Hughes brings it through the zone. Trying to deke in. Stolen back then by the Avalanche and cleared out to center. McKinnon tries to bring it in. He knocks down Hughes. Now Boldy steals it back here in the defensive zone. Pass is to nobody, and the Avalanche will take it back the other way. Nichushkin here at the blue line is forced back by the Wild. Now Girard dumps it into the zone. Lehkonen races for it with speed, battling for it alongside Brodin. Nelson cleared off the boards then for Zuccarello. Matt Zuccarello backhands it over then for Brodin. Brodin with some room, denied as he tried to get that puck around Malinsky, but Malinsky kept it from him. Girard will clear that one out of play. And we will head to commercial break. The Wild have found some life. Ryan Hartman with the goal. It's 3-1. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below if you are new. We just crossed the 4,000 subscriber mark. Again, thank you all so much for that. I will remember this stream for a long time here. It's what's crazy is that a year ago on Wednesday, we hit 3,000 subscribers in a live stream too. And that stream got about 800 views, and that was like the most popular stream for a little bit. But now we get this one up there. So that's about a year and a couple days. It's crazy. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me.
What if we get her the new iPhone 17 Pro at AT&T? We can get their best deal without needing the most expensive plan. Good call. And you know, she loves her selfies. Who's that?
All right. Colorado sucks. Minnesota is the best. I don't know, Christian. It's kind of showing the other way right now. Not sure if that's true. All right, face-off coming here now in the Avalanche zone. It's Drury versus Hartman. 13:32 to go in the second period. Shots are 39-22. The Avalanche lead by 2. Down low in the zone, Hughes battling forward with Parker Kelly as the puck slides back into the Minnesota end. Kaprizov to center. Quinn Hughes brings it through the zone. Pass back then for Zuccarello. Zuccarello to center. Back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov in front. Too much traffic. And stolen back by Makar. Kept in though by the Wild. Kaprizov down low. Looks. He's tied up down low. Now Hartman tries to slide it around. He fans on pass in front. Kaprizov denied by Blackwood. And cleared the other way. It'll be an icing. And now the Wild will get another offensive zone draw. They've started to get a lot of offensive chances here now. And it's showing in their play. Face off here in the Colorado zone. Won by Minnesota. Kaprizov to Hughes. Hughes at the point. Moves the puck around. Looks for options. Fires it on net. Saved by Blackwood. If that even got on, puck will slide down the other way. Brock Faber through the zone. Dumps that one in now down low. Yes, Quinn Hughes is in. Banked off the boards then by Lehkonen. 2-on-2 the other way for the Avalanche. McKinnon into the zone. Looks. And some Avalanche player just absolutely fell onto his knees. I don't know what just happened there. Anyway, Johansson now the other way. 2-on-2 for Minnesota. Johansson Taken away then by Natchez. He still has the puck. Down low now, Eriksson Ek trying to feed a pass in front. And now down low, Boldy feeds it up to the point. Brodin. Pass over to Spurgeon. Spurgeon now down low for Eriksson Ek. Cleared to the right side then for Boldy. Now Brodin battling for it. Picked back up then here in the corner. Landeskog fighting for it with Johansson. Now Boldy here down low. We'll throw that one around. Johansson now to Brodin. Brodin a shot. Blocked by his own teammate. Brodin a Boldy. Save there by Blackwood. Wild getting the pressure. Boldy at the point. Trying to get it around McKinnon. Pass over, and it's too much. Passing plays. Delayed penalty for the Avalanche. And here comes a massive opportunity for Minnesota to get themselves within one. It'll be a Wild power play here. I'm not sure who's getting the penalty. I will assess that in a moment. It might have been Josh Manson. I don't necessarily see the play. And it's actually Gabriel Landeskog who will head to the box for slashing. Or sorry, holding. I don't know why I heard him say holding and I said slashing. Whatever, ignore me. And yeah, that is a... Yeah, that's a little bit interesting, but that is a slash. Wild will head to the power play now. 10.5 minutes to go. Face-off. Won by the Avalanche. They will clear it all the way down the other way to start. Down low, Wallstead gives it up then for Quinn Hughes. Hughes to Zuccarello. Back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov through center. Drop back to Eriksson Ek. Boldy on the right side working against Nelson. Banks it off the boards then down low. Zuccarello to Kaprizov. Kaprizov tries to clear it down low, stolen back then by the Avalanche, and they will dump it right down the other way. Hughes behind the Minnesota net. Played back to center. Here's Eriksson Ek with a chance. He can't get a shot on. Battling for it now down low with Burns. Off the boards, then Kelly will clear. Almost halfway through the Minnesota power play here already. Wild have the puck. Hughes drops it back. Boldy now moves it through the zone. Matt Boldy battling for it with Parker Kelly. Down low here now in the corner. Eriksson Ek battling for it with Burns. Stolen back then by Boldy, who will bank that one up to the point. Now Hughes a shot. Denied by Blackwood. Up to the point now, Hughes. 40 seconds to go on the power play. That first unit's still out there on the ice. Kaprizov looks. Pass to the point. Zuccarello waiting for options. Down low then for Boldy. Boldy moves to center. A shot denied by Blackwood as well. Now Zuccarello to the point to Hughes. He can't keep it in. Oh, it slides down the other way with 20 seconds to go on the power play. That'll probably do it for that opportunity. Hughes through center. Skates it in with speed. Drop pass back. Zuccarello to the center. A shot goes wide. Now down low in the corner. It's Hartman battling for it. Now down low, Johansson. Power play is over. And the Avalanche steal it right back. They will clear down the other way. Tays into the zone to Landeskog. Landeskog shoots it. He fans on it. And now Johansson gets it back for the Wild. Puck will slide into the Avalanche zone for an icing. Yeah, the Wild could not convert on that extra advantage. Frustrating, but it does happen. 8 minutes to go in the third period. Face-off. Won by the Wild. Faber now takes it behind the net. Minnesota trying to get it back. Stolen back then by the Avalanche. McKinnon battling for it. It's taken over then by Faber. Faber through the zone to center. A shot. Saved by Blackwood. Now banked off the boards now for Natchez. Wild trying to keep it in. McKinnon steals it back the other way. McKinnon gets around Hinostroza. Pass in front to Natchez. He'll circle that one around. Looks for options to the point to Girard. Girard to Malinsky. Cleared down low now behind the net to Natchez. Pass in front. McKinnon blocked in front there as well. Hinostroza to Foligno. Avalanche steal it right back. Now Malinsky then played back down low then as Colton tried to race for that one down low. Behind the net. Wild handle the puck. 7:15 left to go in the third period. The Wild are down by 2. They need 2 more here to tie, 3 to win. Middleton gets around Colton. Middleton here on the right side. Banks up to the point. Hartman a shot save. Rebounds there in front. And Foligno tried to get it past him, but he shot it wide. Colton off the boards will clear to center. Shots are 38-24. Pass out to center as Hartman turns the puck over immediately. 6.5 remaining in St. Paul. Avalanche regrouping with the puck. Makar. Right side Makar. Banks it off then to Lehkonen. Over then for Hughes, who will regroup. Intercepted by Nichushkin. Valerie Nichushkin behind the Avalanche net. Feeds it up to the point to Makar. Makar shoots it. Denied by Wallstead. Rebounds there in front. He tried to cover. It came away, though. Avalanche still keep it in. Makar cleared around now behind the net to Hughes. Quinn Hughes on the right side. Cleared out to center. Kaprizov battling forward with Makar. Drops it back then for Zuccarello. Zuccarello to the point. Hughes skates it around now behind the net. Wraparound chance. It's in front. And Blackwood makes the easy save. Coming down to the wire here. Less than 6 minutes to go in the third. The Avalanche lead by 2. (39-24) of the shots on goal. Goaltender stats here. Jesper Wallstead has saved 36 of 39. He has a .923 save percentage. Blackwood has stopped 23 of 24. He has a .958. And Blackwood could use that because his overall numbers are really not that great when you look at him in the grand scheme of things. Blackwood has an .894 save percentage on average. That's a couple of .833 games in there. He had an .810 in there. He does have a shutout, but he could use another really good save percentage here to improve his Watch with Nordic all-time stats. Tell me Kaprizov done for the day. No, he's not done for the day. He's still playing. All right. Less than 6 minutes to go in the third period. Again, thank you all so much for 4,000 subscribers. Trust me, I will not disappoint you. We're going to keep on with the streams. We got 2 tomorrow. We're going to start out with our World Junior content. That's going to kick off here as the rosters are starting to be officially announced. We're going to keep it going, guys. We're going to keep on grinding. I want to try to get to 5,000 by the playoffs. If not 5,000 by June. But you guys have been incredible. I really appreciate all the support. It means a ton to me. All right, face-off here now in the Colorado zone is won by Minnesota. Hughes skates it down low. Pass in front, denied by Blackwood. Rebound is there. They jab at it, but Blackwood has it in his pads. And those are the chances you need if you're the Wild. Again, you haven't gotten a lot of them here tonight. Keep getting shots on goal. It's the biggest thing here with Minnesota. They haven't gotten many opportunities like that. A lot of it's been, just kind of shots from the point, shots from the outside. Not a ton from the outside. Face off here in the Avalanche zone, won by Makar. Makar will clear out to center. Brock Faber now gets it back for the Wild. Down the right side, Kaprizov brings it into the zone, shoots it, and it goes wide of Blackwood and back out to center. Boldy to Hughes. On the right side then now it's Faber who will try and drop it back. Now Landeskog battling forward here on the right side. Try to clear that one up to the point. Now Faber banked off the board. Still in the back then by the Avalanche. Here's Makar. He'll dump that one in now down low. Quinn Hughes with the puck. Banked around now to the right side. Yurov trying to deke through center. Poke checked away. And back down low. Hughes skates it around now behind the net. Less than 5 minutes to go in the third period. Keep an eye out for Jesper Wallstedt. The Wild will pull him if they get a chance. Nichushkin into the zone. Try to clear that one around behind the net now to Nelson. Nelson to the point. Yes, I will. I will be doing Olympic Games too. Although they are in the morning, so I got to figure out something with that. But regardless, we will be doing them. Malinsky shoots it. Tipped away. And back to the right side. Now Nichushkin. To the point to Girard. To Nelson. He scores! Brock Nelson. And that should do it. The Wild regain their 3-goal lead with less than 4 minutes to go. On their 40th shot of the game. And it's Nelson from Girard and Nichushkin on a one-timer opportunity. And the Wild will have, or the Avalanche will have sealed the deal here essentially. They will most likely get the win. 3-point night from Cale Makar. Nelson has 2 points as well. Sorry, Nelson has 3 points. 3-point night from Brock Nelson and Cale Makar. And the Avalanche have a 4-1 lead. Puck is deflected here out of play with 4 minutes remaining. And we will go to commercial break for likely the last time. 4 minutes to go. The Avalanche lead by 3. Never a doubt. Yeah, Hugh, I agree. This game was all Avalanche. So Colorado, barring a late comeback here, they will get their 7th win in a commentary stream. This is their 10th one all time. The Wild will drop below 500 in live commentary streams. So for those who obviously do follow those metrics, all right. Too much firepower? Definitely agree. That hit 1,500 subscriber or 1,500 views on this stream. In terms of Watch with Nordic live commentary streams, this now becomes the 5th one all time. To do that, it will rank in the fourth most viewed stream of all time, which is awesome. Thank you all so much for that. Okay. All right, less than 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Let's commentate these last couple minutes here. Down low in the Minnesota zone, Eriksson Ek trying to move the puck around. Drops it back then for Boldy. Favored Eriksson Ek. Shoots it. Saved by Blackwood. Rebound is kicked to the right side. Now Kaprizov to Hughes. Hughes, a shot. Denied by Blackwood.
Successful run here for Colorado has been their goaltending. The Wild, the only team in the league that has a better goalie save percentage than the tandem for the Avs. You know, whether it's Blackwood or Wedgwood, Blackwood started the year on the shelf.
All right. Empty net for Minnesota. They have pulled Wallstead, so they're going to try a last-ditch effort here to tie the game. They need 3 goals in 3.5 minutes. I cheer for the Flyers. And puck slides just wide of the empty net off the face-off. And an icing. Yeah, I cheer for the Flyers, but we do all 32 teams on this channel. I'm not a mean Flyers fan, don't worry. Only when my team's good am I mean. And they really haven't been that great. I mean, they've been good this year, but overall, the last, 5, 10, 50 years, they haven't been that great. So Wallstead in his Watch with Nordic debut will finish with pretty much a 900 save percentage. That's not bad. That will hurt Wallstead's stats a little bit, though, which is unfortunate. He hasn't played bad in this game. When you let in 4 goals and you still have a 900, it's pretty great. Another icing here against the Avalanche. 3 minutes to go. Not officially. Uni of winners, not officially. Face off here now in the Colorado zone, won by the Avalanche. Tays will backhand that one all the way down the other way. Slides towards the empty net, just wide again. And that will be another icing. Face off here off the Avalanche. Draw now down low in the corner. Zuccarello battling forward with Eriksson Ek. Hartman clears around now to the right side. Boldy waits, clears it down low. Zuccarello, shot in front. Goes back now and behind the net. Now Kaprizov battling forward with McKinnon. Kaprizov gets the puck free. At the point now, Quinn Hughes. Hughes down low to Eriksson Ek. We'll bank that one to Boldy at the point. Boldy now battling forward with Landeskog. Stolen back then by the Avs. As Nichushkin can try to go through the empty net. Puck slides forward to McKinnon. He will tuck that one. And the Avs got it. Nathan McKinnon, his second goal of the game. He now takes the league lead in Watch with Nordic commentary goals with 12, the most of anybody ever. And that is goal number 30 on the season overall for Nathan McKinnon as well. This guy's been unbelievable. Face off here now at center ice. The Wild pretty much have this game in the bag, but we got to wind down the last couple of minutes here. Malinsky. Back then for Girard. Girard to center. Cleared into the zone then by the Avalanche. Around to the right side. 2 minutes to go here now in the third period. Girard. Off the boards. Backhanded down low now to Middleton. Battling forward here in the corner. Now Hinostroza clears it around to the right side. Back then for Foligno, who will hold the puck down low looking for options. Puck goes back into the Avalanche end. Now Girard regroups with it. Girard to Malinsky. Malinsky through the zone. 1:30 to go now. Shot is Blocked in front. Now Trennan steals it back the other way. He'll backhand that one down low. Now Brent Burns takes it back. Puck goes up and out of play off of a scrum for it there in the zone.
January 24th is one for the history books. Celebrate 25 years with a special anniversary ticket pack featuring a Kirill Kaprizov bobblehead and an exclusive alumni autograph access. Don't miss it. Reserve yours at wild.com.
All right, face-off here in the Colorado zone, won by the Wild. Here's McKinnon, a shot, denied by Wallstead. Now Kelly down low in the corner, back to Kiviranta on the right side. You're off to Brodin. Brodin waits, past the center, racing forward into the zone is Urov. He'll battle for it now with Josh Manson. Last minute of play in the third period. Drury will clear out to center. Spurgeon back then for Brodin as the Wild regroup. With 40 seconds to go and the time swiftly winding down. Burns off the boards, back over then for Olofsson, who brings it in. Battling forward alongside Jacob Middleton, not his brother, who is on the Avalanche, ironically enough. And this game was a showing of why the Avalanche are the best team in the National Hockey League. 40 shots on net on one of the best goaltenders in the league, scoring 4 of them. And holding the Wild to just under 30 shots. These were two of the hottest teams in the NHL, and the one team showed off why they're the best. Final score, the Avalanche 5 and the Wild 1. Nathan McKinnon with 2 goals. Makar with 3 points alongside Landeskog, alongside Nelson, who had 2 points. Landeskog had 2 assists. And the only goal for Minnesota was Ryan Hartman. And Mackenzie Blackwood stops 28 of 29. And the final score is 5-1 Colorado. All right, thank you all so much for 4,000 subscribers. It means the absolute world to me. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me. It's been absolutely incredible. I can't express it enough. Again, we started off the season with about, 3,600. We have gained 400 subscribers since then. It's been an unbelievable journey. Thank you all so much for your support. It means the absolute world to me. I'm going to keep on grinding. I'm going to keep on putting in the work for you guys. We are so far away from the end of this, and we're going to keep on going. I think we should get to 5,000 by the playoffs, honestly. I'm going to keep on working for that milestone. Thank you all so much for watching this stream. We'll be back tomorrow for 2 more. But anyways, that is it for me. I will see you guys in the next stream.